central London was brought to a screeching halt so that some Muslims could celebrate Ashura Day.
When was it announced that the street would be shut down, sir? You're the sergeant, aren't you? I don't think these guys were expecting it. Welcome to another one of my videos where you join me standing in the middle of Regent Street on a Wednesday at 5 PM rush hour in London. This is when the traffic is in its most heavy, and yet London has been shut down. Metropolitan Police don't know what they're doing. Now we have all of this traffic here grounded to a halt.
So the Metropolitan Police decided to close several major roads so a procession could march through the capital. They said officers are present to minimise disruption and deal with any incidents. OK, incidents like this?
Ambulance cannot get through, it's now having to reverse. This is the competency of the Metropolitan Police in London. This is what happens when some people get free passes and others do not. This is a free pass for a certain segment of the population. I'm all for people celebrating their culture, their history, but this seems like a show of force. This is a show of force, and it's causing huge disruption to central London on a Wednesday during rush hour. So there was no mention of this in the hold-up. I don't think the traffic really expected that day to be disrupted by this. And yet, here we are, the Metropolitan Police. Excuse me, officer. This wasn't mentioned that this was going to happen today. There wasn't going to be a procession down Regent Street.
We've got to stand ourselves.
So just, they can get away with that, yeah? So the Metropolitan Police just found out themselves they weren't even aware this route was going to happen, but under Sadiq Khan, you're allowed to march wherever you want as long as you support a certain religion. If you support this country, if you support other things that aren't part of the message, Metropolitan Police will come down on you hard.
There appears to be quite a stark contrast here to how police sought to deal with people wanting to watch England play in the Euros final. They issued an antisocial behaviour order throughout the whole of the borough of Westminster, a huge area, which meant that groups of people gathering and drinking could essentially be arrested.
There's no mention on the TfL website that recently was going to close down, right? You said it was. Sorry? You just told me it was. So then, I don't know if it was announced. It wasn't announced. Okay. So how are they able to shut down the street? Officer, there was no announcement that the Regent Street would be shut down today. Why was there no announcement that Regent Street would be shut down today?
That's what's talk to my friend. It would be my sergeant. He's on the top there. He's got 3 stripes on his shoulders. He's more information than I am. Let's get to the full procession and make sure everything's safe.
Okay, it just seems like quite weird. Other processions usually get shut down by the police when they go off track. But
like I said, I get told to make sure everyone's safe and follow the procession. My best at that is to talk to the sergeant at the top there. He'll have more answers to you.
And where is he? Where is he? A nice shot from here. I can't see it.
The sergeant has got 3 stripes on his shoulders. He's about 8 people up now. Okay.
Leading the procession, eh?
He'll know more than I will, sir.
You haven't got your riot gear on today.
Yes, sir.
Well, normally you would. You needed it on St George's Day.
This is an impromptu thing as well, as I'm aware, sir.
It seems to be weird.
doors, please, sir. Thank you.
What about these guys?
All on the other side of the road.
Oh, I see. So where was it announced?
Safety.
When was it announced that this place would be shut down? It wasn't on the TfL website. You guys didn't announce it today.
1049
Officer, you're the sergeant, aren't you? You're the sergeant with 3 stripes on your thing. Can I get a quote for the press?
Sorry, I'm a bit busy at the moment.
You're not that busy. When was it announced that this would be shut down? Care to comment? When was it announced that the street would be shut down, sir? You're the sergeant, aren't you? I don't think these guys were expecting it. Yes, please. As the sergeant in this line, sir, when was it announced that the street was going to get shut down? You care to comment for the press? Is there someone higher up that I can ask that question to? When was it announced that Regent Street would be shut down today? When was it announced, sir? Okay. I appreciate your comment. I attempted to get comment from the police officer in regards to when was this route announced. No comment from the police officer. Funny that. You guys are media?
Yeah.
When was it announced? When was your route announced?
To be honest, I think it was around a week ago.
There's no notification on the TfL website that Regent Street was going to get shut down.
That's not with us. That's with TfL.
Yeah, but you guys announced your route, yes?
Yes.
From where? Marble Arch to Trafalgar Square?
I need to double check that. I'm just making sure people are safe.
But you're the media team, no?
Yeah, it's just part of the
Who's
making sure the media.
who's in charge of the route?
I don't know.
No? Do you know when this route was announced, sir? Do you know when this route was announced? There's no mention on TfL website that Regent Street was going to be shut down. You're leading the
I
procession.
direct you towards our comms team. I'm not allowed to make any
Where's the
comments.
comms team?
Comms team, they're based Scotland Yard, sir.
Yeah, well, they're not out, are they?
Okay.
I don't think they're even aware which way this procession's going, are they?
Do you think that the optics of it are quite stark? And I think that tourists might have been like, what the heck is this all about? And, you know, the road closures and things like our arterial routes at Oxford Street, it was Regent Street, you know, Marble Arch, you know, there seemed to be no qualms whatsoever about shutting those down on a work day as well.
Yeah, look, as you said, this isn't a weekend, this is a weekday. This affects the economy. Major roads, major tube stations shut because of this.
So we have a route taking us through Regent Street on a Wednesday, blocking all this traffic. But no problem. No problem for City of Khan holding up all this traffic.
Let's just remember as well, black cabs in London were not even allowed to show to have English flags on them. I think there's real mixed messages that we're sending. It's like, our flag is not okay. Religious flags, perfectly fine. And I think that's the wrong message.
Look at all this traffic being held up.
I have always had a profound love for England and the diverse nations within Europe. From the picturesque landscapes to the rich tapestry of history and culture, there's an endless array of wonders to discover, hence probably why I call myself the Wandering Englishman. because I wonder what lies over there, and I wonder what is over there. I don't aimlessly wonder, I wonder. My fondness for exploring different cultures has taken me around the world, broadening my horizons and deepening my appreciation for the unique heritage that each country has to offer. However, as a Londoner and an Englishman, I can't help but notice a significant and concerning shift. England, particularly in cities like London, is witnessing a demographic transformation that is both rapid and unprecedented. Data from the 2021 census shows white British people have become a minority in London, making up just 44.9% of the population. And you've got to realise this is 2024, and it's only gone in one direction since then. The trend is not isolated to London, it is mirrored in all major cities across England. To put it into perspective, so some who simply are blind to this is akin to visiting Tokyo and finding that Japanese people are no longer the majority. Such demographic shift raises important questions about identity, community cohesion, and the preservation of cultural heritage. While I celebrate diversity and the contributions of various communities to our society, I also believe it is crucial to maintain the unique cultural identity of England and Europe as a whole. As a Londoner, I all too often feel like I'm a minority and an alien in my own city. People are putting a very aggressive stamp, in my view, of occupation on the city. A case in point is this recent Islamic march that clearly I witnessed shutting down streets and traffic in London. Despite Transport for London not listing this march on their website, the march managed to shut down Regent Street and Oxford Street. The police, clearly too cowardly to do anything other than bend the knee, stood by and gawked, whereas on days like St George's Day and Remembrance Day, the Metropolitan Police took out their batons on the native and peaceful population. This is the definition of two-tiered policing, and this is also why most natives feel it is going in the wrong direction. In the past, I had a huge respect for hard-working policemen and women. It still remains steadfast. Individuals across the country, in London, and across the world who call themselves cops put their lives on the line daily to ensure our safety and uphold the law. I'm not having a go at police officers, because those that have gained employment through hard work and dedication and are fit for the job, they have my full respect. However, I am increasingly concerned about the state of the Metropolitan Police Force and many police forces around the country in 2024. It seems that the Met, for example, a once proud institution, has become politicised, serving not only the interests of the people, but rather succumbing to the pressures exerted by the current, corrupt, useless Mayor of London. This shift in focus has led to a loss of public trust and a sense that the police are more concerned with appeasing political agendas than addressing the real issues faced by our communities. The prioritisation of certain narratives over impartial law enforcement, in my opinion, undermines the very foundation of public service and erodes the principles of justice and equality. My love for England is deeply rooted in my appreciation for its rich cultural history and the values it represents, yet I find myself troubled by the demographic changes in the UK. It is my hope that we can navigate these challenges with a commitment to preserving our cultural heritage, supporting our law enforcement in their true mission, and fostering a society where every individual, regardless of their background, can thrive. But at what cost must we give up our society and our country for the globalist agenda of turning every single nation into a soup, which in turn destroys heritage, history, and culture? London should be majority English.